and part of why we might make the choices for healing and wholeness that we're making right now. Obstacles for moving forward and re-engaging in life could be withdrawing from others, withdrawing from life, choosing not to build a new social circle. I think an unwillingness to love or to risk in a healthy way, unwilling to be vulnerable in a healthy way. By being vulnerable, I don't mean being weak or open to coercion or anything like that. I mean saying, this is who I really am, and when I engage in relationships, I'm going to offer my real self. I'm going to let myself be seen for who I really am so that I can have real and healthy relationships moving forward. And that means we have to have people to engage in relationships with who are also willing to do the same thing. We might be holding so tight to the past that we're unable to develop new relationships and things. I remember when I had a difficult situation happen a couple years ago, I kept going, it happened on a Wednesday, and every day I woke up and I was like, please just let it be Tuesday again, the day before that bad thing happened. And I did that for months, and it made it really difficult to start engaging in, well, what am I actually really dealing with now? Like what are the pieces that I have to look at and put something back together with, because I just really wanted it to be Tuesday. And that didn't serve me very well. It's a normal response, but I had to let that go and start looking at the reality of what I was really facing. So I think to spare ourselves from grief at all costs actually can only be achieved with total detachment. And that means we probably can't experience happiness. And again, going back to what I was saying at the beginning, I think all of us want to be whole. We do want happiness. We do want joy. We want peace. We want to be known for who we really are, and we want to be proud of who we really are. And I think that working through grief is a part of that healing and that wholeness. So to change a little bit from theories, I want to talk a little bit more about the addiction piece and the recovery piece. So I think loss in addiction, I can think of several different ways that this can occur. Unresolved grief or trauma could also often predate our use. We could use in order to numb that, to not have to think about it, to not have to work through those things. Sometimes the losses that we experience are worsened by the addiction, or because we can't grieve it, and we are numbing, or we're not even aware that the loss occurred, so we can't even acknowledge the reality of that loss. And then they're complicated by use. We might perpetuate more loss in our lives because of that use. Loss, I think, in addiction, it's minimized. Loss is normalized. Everybody has experienced loss and deep loss. I think it's, I think the minimalization is really key for